guys, it's Dan Book Noggin, and let's talk about Ultimate Wolverine Volume 1, The Winter Soldier. This is written by Chris Condon, which I feel like that name sounds familiar. I might possibly have read something written by this guy before. But this takes place in the Ultimate Universe, the newest one, the one that I've been doing videos for. And I've always been a fan of Wolverine, so of course you knew when I knew this was out, I had to read it. This collects single issues Ultimate Wolverine 2025 numbers 1 through 6 and material from Ultimate Universe 1 year in number 1. So of course, I'm going to have to say, even though I love Wolverine, I gave this a 3 out of 5 star rating, and I'm going to try to explain why I felt it was just an average read. I feel like this had a lot of expectations because Wolverine is the Winter Soldier, and in this universe, Colossus and his sister Magic, they run Eurasia. They are the leaders of that area of the world. And they're not very good people. They use other mutants in bad ways. They don't really see other mutants as being on the same level as them. So they're kind of evil people. And, of course, Wolverine is the Winter Soldier. So it kind of follows along with the whole line of, you know, the original universe of Wolverine where he doesn't remember his past. He just was a trained weapon that was trained to do missions and to basically be an assassin. And that kind of happens in this one, but there's also this introduction of the opposition, which I don't want to discuss too much, but yes, he has some kind of dealings with the opposition. I don't want to reveal, because you got to read it for yourself to find out exactly what's going on. But one of my gripes with this was I felt like this was just not, I felt like it was really, I feel like they had an idea for a story and they kind of put it together and they didn't really have time to develop it and to really flesh it out. Because you're kind of like with all these loose ends and it's just like, what the hell's going on? I felt like they kind of compiled this in a way so it was like all these events are happening, which makes sense in the timeline of everything else going on in this world. But it would have been nice to kind of get a backstory. Like, how did Wolverine end up to this time? They kind of touch on it briefly, but they don't really explain how he knows certain people or why certain ties happen. And all these other people, they don't really, you know, you kind of like just, it was like, oh, here's Jean Grey, but we're not going to explain how or why she's there. And yeah, things like that. So that's why I decided to give this a 3 out of 5 star rating. It has great potential. I'm currently reading Volume 2, so let's hope that one is better than this one. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Wolverine. I named my son Logan, so there we go. But yeah, of course, as always, I will have a link to Amazon down below if you want to pick up a copy of this for yourself. Help support my channel by buying anything through that link. I get a very small percentage. I'm also going to throw it on my coffee link if you wouldn't mind buying me a coffee or two. Every little bit helps support my channel. If you're new here and you've never subscribed, hit that subscriber button, hit that notification bell. And until next time, later, guys.